thousands of miles from home in the Sichuan province of China. Visiting the Wolong, a peaceful natural reserve housing some of the last giant pandas on Earth. Suddenly, the quiet is shattered as a monster earthquake topples trees all around you. How can you survive an earthquake when you're out in the countryside? Do you A. Stay where you are, find solid cover for your head, and wait for the shaking to stop? B. Wrap your arms around a large tree and hold on tight? Or C. Run for cover to the nearest strong, sheltered building? It's the choice faced by tourists at the reserve in May of 2008.
All I wanted to do was go to China and play with a panda. Just one panda, even. The flight over was a long flight. I finally arrived in China, and I was just ecstatic.
Pam doesn't know it, but the Panda Reserve lies right on top of the volatile Longminshan Fault. And at 2:28 p.m., millions of years of stress underneath Sichuan suddenly explodes. For nearly 3 minutes, the ground rattles in one of the most powerful quakes in history, and Pam is at ground zero.
3 minutes of utter terror. People falling, tripping, running, screaming. I've never seen such chaos in my life. A lot of rubble flying off the mountain. It was boulders that would fly off the mountain. They were the size of Volkswagens and small buses, and they would hit sometimes and just explode with shrapnel. I tried so hard to think positive during that 3 minutes, and all I could come up with is, I'm going to die. I'm going to die today.
What we're looking at here is that tremendous vertical force of this fault movement. You're literally lifted off the ground first, and then you fall. Rocks are lifted off the ground, and then gravity takes over and pulls them down as landslides. And it would appear like the whole world is coming apart, and in many respects, the whole world was coming apart.
Now it's you in the Panda Reserve, caught off guard by this 7.9 magnitude megaquake. The forest is crumbling around you. What do you do? Option C might sound like a good idea, but it could put you in more danger than you realize.
The thing I would never do is start running. Running to where? Running into what? Don't do that. Stop and think. Look where you are. Look up. Look around. Where are you? Where's the safest place you can be when things start coming down around you? Do not run.
Terrified, Pam does the wrong thing.
You try and run. For 3 minutes, I was thrown one way, thrown another way, rolling here, trying to get up and run again, and I would be thrown back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, here, there, everywhere. Oh, you're so convinced you're going to die.
So if the ground's knocking you off your feet, would holding onto a tree help keep you steady? Not a good idea. Here's why.
When the earth starts shaking, it's not only shaking you, it's also shaking the trees. And to go over next to a tree and wrap your arms around it, you may go down with it and maybe underneath it.
If you want to live through this, the best bet is A. Stay where you are, find solid cover for your head, and wait for the shaking to stop.
When you're out of doors, you're going to want to do the same thing you would indoors. You want to stop, drop to the ground, cover your head, and hold on. But you also want to be aware of the situation around you.
Finally, the shaking stops. Pam is alive, but her ordeal isn't over.
After the earthquake, and we were on the van, the little van we had, we stayed there for 3 days. But the most frightening thing then was the aftershocks of 6.0 and higher every 5 minutes to 15 minutes. You didn't know when you heard the earth moving and boulders rolling whether you should run or stay sit. So we just prayed.
After the Sichuan quake and aftershocks, the entire province lies in ruins. More than 67,000 people are killed. Over 18,000 are missing. The Longminshan Fault remains one of the most active in the world and could strike again at any time. That means if you're planning on another trip to the Panda Reserve in the future, you do well to remember these tips. In an earthquake, stay where you are. Get under something heavy if it's close by. Cover your head and wait for the shaking to stop.
It's such a feeling of gratitude to be alive. and yet such a burden. Little children, old people, killed. Just, why am I still alive?